Hey, good afternoon, my people. What's up? Hope and trust that all is going good. Today is what? Thursday? Thursday, the 23rd day of July, 2026, and the time is 9 minutes after the noon hour, 12:09 p.m. And I'm just coming in from had an appointment, or meetings actually. This morning, I got home maybe about 15, 20 minutes ago. Came in, powered up the computers, and when I went on WhatsApp to see what's happening, a friend of mine left must be a zillion messages. Apparently, Madam Peacock is in her element, in her nest, or in her roost. From what I can deduce, seems as if Madam Peacock and Amaleka got in something. Well, it don't mean that I mean I listen to that crap. But yeah, well, what can I say? The old lady used to tell me when I was small, who they hear feel. So if they want to go in a Madam Peacock's nest and she had them as she like, well, that's what I want. So that's what that is. Um, I'm just going from what the messages I got from a friend. So I'm not gonna know firsthand because I'm not listening to that ignorance, you know. But anyway, what I wanted to come on and chat about a bit as I was going through Facebook, scanning through Facebook. I saw this post from Onion. Onion is the greatest in my opinion. And I glanced at it. I remember this is what the post reads. As you can see there on my backdrop. I remembered Antigua was promoted as the greatest summer festival. But what I've observed for the past few years, I noticed that we can now promote it as the greatest follow festival. When I saw the post, it got me to thinking as to the heights where our carnival was and where it is now. Um, I shook my head. And as that was running through my mind ran back on another project, um, the Four Nights Academy. And I wondered, what happened to that? What become of that? So I went and I did a little research and I came up on a story in the Daily Observer, February the 19th, 2026. So that's February of this year. March, April, May, June, July. 5 months ago, thereabout. The caption of this story is I haven't given up. I haven't given up. So Viv says, hope still alive regarding Four Nights Academy. And it's a story written by Nito Baptist. You know what? Let me just go through it quickly. It's a pretty short story. For some 12 years after the idea was first introduced by then Sports Minister E.P. Chetgreen, the Four Nights Academy concept remains on the cards, despite mounting doubts the idea will ever become reality. First announced in 2014 by the then newly elected Antigua and Barbuda Labour Party, ABLP candidate, the Four Nights Academy was conceptualized using four of the country's former international cricketers, Sir Vivian Richards, Sir Andy Roberts, Sir Richard Richardson, and Sir Curtly Ambrose. The Academy, according to initial reports, would have first catered for the top young talents here in Antigua before branching out to the region and then internationally. But progress has been slow to stagnant, with very little to no positive news regarding forward movement where it pertains to the setting up and running of the academy. So Viv, speaking recently on the Good Morning Jojo Sports Show, said he has not lost hope and that efforts are still being made to bring things together. Quote, no man, I don't think so, because you don't give up on anything. Maybe it's a trend around here in terms of we take a little time to get there. There's a whole lot of promises and stuff like that you keep waiting on. I guess folks have their own interests, until maybe they find time to have an input. But certainly, there's the outlets out there in order to get the sort of substance that we need in order for us to get this thing started. But I never give up on anything. It's like the individual who just died recently, Jesse Jackson. He had a famous phrase, let's keep hope alive, quote, end of quote. So Viv said, in 2023, Sir Richie was hopeful for positive movement by the end of that year. That's 2023, that's 2 years ago, revealing that talks were ongoing with Cricket West Indies, CWI, and the government of Antigua and Barbuda regarding a possible partnership moving forward. A relaunch of the Four Knights Academy was held following the third place match between Picket Crushers and Bowland Blasters in the Cool and Smooth T20 Explosion held at the Survey Stadium in 2023. In 2018, it was announced that the Four Knighted Cricketers would take full control of the project. So as I was soaking up the post by one of the greatest, and then as I said, my mind ran back to this story of four of the greatest, in my opinion, in cricket. And I'm saying, what really wrong with Antigua? What really, well, should I say what really wrong with Antigua? Maybe we shouldn't say that. Maybe we shouldn't say that. Maybe we should really harp on the tragedy that we are seeing in Antigua because of so many square pegs in round hole. You have all them calypso carnival icons, and this is the best that we can give a carnival. I saw a video the other day, and I'm going to post it. I should have done that before I did. I was in bed going to Facebook, and somebody posted a Juve, maybe about 15 minutes or so, of a Juve going back to 1990, 1990? 1990? Yeah, I think it might have been 1990. The year that Burning Flames came out with the tune Karate. And I'm watching that video, and I'm looking at the drive coming out of the energy. And I'm saying, wow, I can imagine how far ahead those guys were when they really look back at it. I'm going to post that shortly because I saved the video. Because when I look back at that, I said, wow, them guy was really way ahead of their time. And you're going to tell me that you have these people that you can call upon. A guy passed by the office today and made a statement about the head. I'm not sure if he's the head of the board or the head of the festival commission or what. I wouldn't repeat it because I don't think it was too nice of a statement, and I wouldn't want to repeat it. But I smile. If my memory serves me correct, and I can be corrected, a PS wrote a letter regarding how monies was used and accountability, etc., etc., etc. And what was the answer to that letter? I'm told it was reassigning the PS someplace else and turning the commission into a statutory body. That's what I'm told. Because apparently some persons want to have persons want to have certain control. The same person who made the statement indicated that persons stand to benefit when certain artists come here for the melting pot show, I think the person was saying. I don't know how true that is. I don't know what the setup is. But that seems to be the talk going around. That person or persons stand to benefit if certain artists appear here. All of this when Antigua just keeps going down, down, and down again. I remember that Antigua was promoted as the greatest summer festival. But what I've observed the past few years, I noticed that we can now promote it as the greatest follow festival. That's coming from one of the greatest. And when I hear these caliber people speak, I listen because they've been there. They've gone way farther than I will go in this thing. And some of the people, or most of the people who's involved in carnival, them people here, so these icons have gone way out and seen. So I know they know what they're talking about. Sad. I normally, where we normally sit, do an assessment and, this year, I don't think that assessment is going to be coming, at least not for me, because me not the type of waste. Sit on the 2 hours, and then somebody, they walk come to the corner, and they start off with two little something, and it's just crap. It's just crap. But anyway, it must come to an end one day. It must come to an end one day. But I was moved to speak to that again, as I said, having seen this post from Onion, and then my mind ran on the 4 nights thing. What I say is 2014, the concept was brought about. What could be holding back that for all this time? What? Not even COVID span that period. My people, take care until we come together again. Keep safe.